I am so sorry for the mean mugging face. I totally forgot to film an intro for this video, so we're going to be using the Huda Beauty Ruby palette, and I'm also going to be swatching it and giving you my final thoughts. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So like I mentioned, we're using the Ruby Obsessions by Huda Beauty, and I did go ahead and do my eyebrows, and I'm priming with the Too Faced 24-Hour Insurance Primer. I'm just taking the nude color from the palette, and I'm going to use that as my setting powder for my eyeshadow primer. So this is where I realized that this eyeshadow was actually really streaky, so I decided to use my finger to kind of blend it out. So taking a clean brush, I'm going in with the peachy orangey kind of color and just using that as my transition shade. So I'm just taking the strawberry kind of color and I'm going to add that to the crease. So here I'm just going in with the transition color that I went in with, just to add some more in there because I did feel like the strawberry color took it away. So going in with the darker burgundy color, I just add that to the outer corner of the eye, and I just take it halfway, not all the way into the inner corner. So here all I'm doing is going in with the first two shades that I went in, the peachy color and the strawberry kind of color, just to add a little bit more on the eye and clean everything up. Here I realized that the eyeshadows were looking kind of patchy, like they weren't transferring that well on my eye. So I decided to go in with the burgundy shade that has shimmer. It's like a metallic-y foiled kind of shimmer color. And to tell you the truth, I was very disappointed. And I'm not going to fast forward this so that you guys could see exactly what I did and how it looked. I had to go through so many steps to get it as pigmented as I wanted. I switched brushes because I thought that maybe switching to a less fluffy brush was going to make a difference, but it really didn't. So here I decide to wet my brush and see if that would give me any pigment. So this step actually did work for me, but you'll see that I actually digged into the pan a lot to be able to get that foiled look that it's supposed to give you. You will later see in my swatches that using your finger is the best technique for these shadows, but to be honest, if you're like me, you're gonna be kind of bothered about that just because, you know, we have acrylics on and that's just, it's bothering. So as you can see, I actually did dig in there with the brush. It's kind of dented. You can even see the indentation on there. So yeah. So all I'm doing here is just going back and forth with the shadows, making sure everything looks nice and clean. And I do actually go in with the nude shade just to make sure that everything is well put together and nice and clean and has no harsh lines or anything like that. Alright, chula, so this is the final look. So before I sign off, I do want to touch base on the eyeshadow palette. For all over the lid, of course, you know, I used that one, and I had to dig into there a lot in order for me to get this payoff that I got. You know, I tried it with a regular brush. It wasn't wet or anything like that, and I got no pigment. I mean, I did get a little bit of pigment, but no like shimmers or anything like that got picked up with the brush. And then I switched brush to a less fluffier one, and I'm just using the Sailor Moon brush that I have. And I actually saw that a person that I follow has the same brush sets that I have, so I see you, girl. But anyway, yeah, I still didn't get the payoff that I wanted, so I went in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and I sprayed the brush. Still didn't get what I wanted in pigmentation, so I dug my brush a little bit more in there, and I finally got this result right here. So yeah, my overall thought about this palette is it worth it? I mean, it's only $27, but you know, there's a lot of people out there like myself that, you know, if we spend $27 on something, we want it to work. We want it to give that pigmentation payoff. You know, especially if you're like a high-end makeup brand like Huda is. And honestly, I just felt like her eyeshadows were not that pigmented. Like I said, I had to dig in there to actually get the pigment that I got on my eye. I do love the color scheme of this palette. It is beautiful. I love the reds in here. They're beautiful. I love reds. I love my plums. I love my burgundies. You guys know that. But honestly, I just feel like, I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about a brand because I love makeup. You know, I'm not a makeup guru or anything like that. I love makeup, and this is my hobby, and I don't want to talk bad about a specific makeup brand, but honestly, like, I wanted to love this eyeshadow palette so much, but it doesn't give the payoff that I wanted. Honestly, I feel like these other two palettes that I have by her are exactly the same too. Like, some of them are really patchy, they're really hard to blend. I don't know, I just thought that maybe this time this formula was going to be a bit different, but it really wasn't. I'm going to give it another try. I'm going to try to use it throughout the week, throughout the month, and see if it changes my mind, and I will update in the description down below. But honestly, like, it let me down. Like I said, it's a beautiful palette. It really is. It's so beautiful. But it wasn't as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. So yeah. Please excuse my face too if it looks too light. I actually went in with my Kat Von D medium neutral, and it was too light for me. I think I got really like sunburnt or tan over there in Miami, and then I kind of went in with my MAC mineralized foundation in NW35 to kind of balance it out, but I don't think it did a good job. But anyway, by all means, I am not trying to tell you what to buy and what not to buy. But if you want my honest opinion, I don't love this. I really don't think that it gave the pigmentation payoff that it's supposed to. And yeah, I will swatch this palette for you guys just so that you guys can see how it looks on my arm. I don't have anything on my arm, absolutely nothing. I am not going to add anything. I'm not going to add primer whatsoever. I'm just going to go ahead and swatch the way that you would swatch without anything. So I'm just going to go from this row down like that. I'm pretty sure that they don't have names, but yeah, let me go ahead and swatch it. My hands are clean. I have nothing on there. So these are the first 3 shades. That's that nude transition color that I used, and then the raspberry shimmery one, and then the dark gold one. And I'm just gonna swatch it for you right here. I'm gonna do this one first. Sorry guys, I actually can't see. Do you guys see that? Like, that is so beautiful, but I guess it's one of the shades that you have to go in and use your finger with. So yeah, that swatch is so beautiful. Look at that. So this eyeshadow palette, it's definitely going to be one of those eyeshadow palettes that you have to use your fingers in order for you to get the payoff that you want for those colors. I didn't try digging into the palette with my fingers and then on my eye, because I do have acrylics and that's very hard. And I have said this over and over in many of my videos. I am not a fan of applying, let me turn this music off, sorry. I am not a fan of applying any type of shades on the lid with my finger. I just feel like that to me is very inconvenient, because I am one of those girls that likes to have their nails done, and the nails, honestly, they get on in the way of me like trying to get in there and actually place the eyeshadow where it's supposed to go. So does it give pigmentation payoff? Yes, it does. I am looking right here on the swatch, as you guys can see, but you know, I used the brushes and the brushes didn't work. So if you do pick up this palette, maybe you're not like me, so picky, and you don't mind, you know, digging in there with your finger, then just go ahead and give it a try. So yeah, now I am going to do this row right here, the middle one, and I'm just gonna dig in. And this shade actually reminds me of the one that comes in the Kylie and Jordan collection, because it kind of shifts into like purpley and green, and this is the shade that I'm talking about. But yeah, sorry guys, I have to see myself. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so yeah, definitely these shadows, they're really pigmented. Like I said, I didn't use any type of primer, nothing. If it does sound like I am contradicting myself, I am so sorry, but you know, I didn't swatch these when I first started the video. I actually went ahead and created the look first, and honestly, with the brushes, they don't give me this type of pigmentation that they give me with my finger. Look at that. Look at these swatches. These swatches are gorgeous. They are beautiful. I wish I could get this payoff with my brushes, honestly. Okay, so now I'm going to do the last row. And these are the 3 last matte shades right there. Let me just look at that. Okay, that one didn't really swatch good, and that one didn't either. These 2 are really light. Like I said, I'm really loving these right here. Oh my goodness. Like, I wish I could have gotten that payoff when I first went into them. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Let me know. Like I said, I am not a makeup artist. I'm not a beauty guru. I didn't go to school for this. If I am applying them wrong or if I'm using them wrong, please let me know down below. You don't have to be negative about it either. You know, I'm just giving you my honest opinion and how I apply them and how they work for me. And like I said, I didn't swatch these at all going into the palette. I just went straight ahead and created a look. And I did want to go ahead and swatch them for you on camera. And look at that. Like, they are swatching very, very beautifully. Look at that. Especially these. Like, these are gorgeous. I wish that this one would have came out like that on my eye. Like, it kind of did, but like I said, it took me a while to get it like this. So here are the swatches, guys. I am not going to talk your head off anymore. If you want to go ahead and take the risk and purchase it, then go ahead. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give it a second try. I'm going to use it throughout the week, throughout the month, and hopefully it changes my mind. But anyway, I'm going to leave that here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I do have a surprise for you guys, but I do not want to make this video any longer, so I will be filming a different video letting you guys know what is going to be going on. So bye, chulas.